Yo, what's good, YouTube, man? Welcome back to the channel, man. I'm on this channel too, man. I'm on this team, crew, family, and community on the tube. Listen, today we're gonna be watching Making the Case Larry Bird edition. You know what I'm saying? We've been watching a lot of Larry Bird videos lately, man. A lot of we going in depth into the old school basketball history. So without further ado, man, let's keep doing that. But let's just get into the video.
Basketball is special. The size of the court and the lack of pads or helmets give fans the basketball is special.
Imagine you sitting courtside, front row seats, enjoying the game.
The size of the court
and you seeing this big ass nigga coming to you. You just sitting back there. It's third quarter, 9 minutes left. You in your popcorn, hot dog, drinking your beer, drink, whatever you doing. You look up, Shaq is right there. Shaq is right there, bro. There's nothing you can do, bro. I now see how the dinosaur fit when the meteor will finna hit Earth. Woo.
The lack of pads or helmets gives fans the most intimate experience of a team sport that exists. And because of the different styles
I
of
used to love the
basketball
NBA back
sport,
then,
players
man.
develop their own distinct identities and signature styles through their creativity. Flair.
Woo! Who that was? Y'all let me know.
And although no player succeeds alone, the scoring volume and two-way nature of the sport give individual stars an unprecedented amount of control over the flow and outcome of a game. For this reason, players are constantly compared to their peers and to the legends of the past in order to answer the most hotly contested.
Hey, this a roster right here now. D-Rose, Scotty, Mike. I don't forget who better was, but Pitt Rodman right there would be good.
Contested question in the sport. Who's the greatest to ever do it? For many, the question is redundant. They believe in only one right answer, their answer. Others might have their own personal stance, but acknowledge one or two alternatives. But I believe that there's much more nuance to the question of greatness and more answers to it than you might think. By my count,
I can tell this is a good, well put together video,
that
man.
have a substantial claim as the GOAT. It's a subjective thing, though. I can't give you a definitive answer. All I can do is make the argument.
Make the argument.
So today, I'll be making the case for Larry Bird as the greatest basketball player of all time.
Okay, they gonna be interesting. Let's see, can he change my mind about Larry?
When it comes to basketball, Larry Bird is the smartest, clutchest player to ever play the game.
Clutches?
Now, if you don't think that Larry Bird is the greatest basketball player of all time, you probably hate that I just said that. Those are the kind of talking head sport cliches that surely impact the game, but are impossible to empirically measure. Normally, I'd agree with you, but I think that when you talk about Larry Bird, you see those intangibles become real, palpable results. I wouldn't have said it if I didn't believe it. When Larry Bird was drafted by the Boston Celtics in 1978, the NBA needed saving. Attendance was in the toilet, the league had few market...
And I heard about that in my last video. I didn't believe that, but a lot of people did tell me that the NBA was finna go bankrupt until they brought Bird and Magic to the league. And then they brought excitement to the league again. So, I guess that is true.
Cocaine addiction had several players in its grasp, and most damning of all, playoff games were being tape delayed. Playoff games at the highest level of basketball were being put in the back seat for black and white movies and network reruns.
Bro, imagine that shit. Imagine they doing that today. Imagine they doing that today. We watching Game 6 in the finals, Curry against Boston, a day late. You know what I'm saying? Like, them folk been won, and we gotta watch it tomorrow. Like, what the fuck?
Rather than join the Celtics after being taken 3rd overall, Larry Bird decided to return for his
final year
at Indiana State, a decision that would prove to be one of the most important in the history of the sport. Bird's final year saw the Sycamores tear through college basketball, going 33-0 before the national championship game. Bird, already claimed by the NBA's most historic and prestigious franchise, had established himself as the generational talent who would inherit the mantle of pro basketball.
Man, that's what I was saying.
Indiana State's opponent in the national championship.
That's what I was saying. Like, a lot of people used to say that Larry Bird didn't really talk growing up, but in the league, he became the biggest shit talker. Oh my God, that's crazy to think about.
Captained by the immortal Earvin Magic Johnson. The Sycamores lost the championship to the more talented Spartans in the highest rated game in the history of basketball at any level still to this day. The stage had been set.
Really?
The next decade of basketball would be defined by the rivalry between the white hick from French Lick and his Boston Celtics and the black Magic and his Showtime Lakers. The rivalry between Bird and Johnson is entwined into the fabric of the NBA and is worthy of 100 documentaries. In this video, though, we're going to be looking at Bird's claim of supremacy. Here's Bird's basketball resume.
3 championships, 3 regular season MVP. I found that he won 3 consecutive, like, back-to-back-to-back MVPs, 2 finals MVP, 12 All-Star, 10 all-time. Okay.
His 3 championships come with perhaps the highest collective degree of difficulty of any player's championships. His 3 MVPs
and Bird paid 13,
making him only the 3rd player to accomplish the feat, along with Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. His 2 finals MVPs are misleading. He was absolutely the best player on the '81 Celtics, but he was only a sophomore, and his 15 points per game in the finals gave the media an excuse to exact a little vengeance on a legendarily difficult interview. His All-Star and first-team selections also come with the caveat that Bird only played for 13 seasons and missed all but 6 games of the '89 season following surgeries on both feet.
Both feet?
I can hear you already. A 13-year career, and this guy is
supposed
to...
In a previous video, I made a point where, like, players used to play injured, play hurt, and not too many players do that in today's league. But somebody come in on the video and said, watch this video because they're going to talk about it. So we're going to see how many injuries Larry Bird had and how many he had to play through, or how many he did play through.
To be the GOAT, what color of paint are you huffing, Clayton? Green, obviously. But hear me out. Yeah, Bird's career lasted about 2/3 as long as it should have. But what he did in that time was so impressive and so substantial that every basketball fan acknowledges that he's in the conversation as the greatest ever.
That is
what the those 13 years saved professional basketball, delivered a disproportionate amount of memorable moments, defined the golden age of the league, and produced a career by which all other forwards, before or since, are measured. Bird squeezed every drop of talent out in those 13 years and made it seem more like 30. He didn't just leave his fingerprints on the game. He left so much of his DNA in the sport that it needed.
Hey, I gotta steal that little
There's
pad.
something to be said about the candle that lasts half as long but burns twice as bright. Those 3
hold on.
About the candle that lasts half as long but burns twice as bright. Those 3 MVP years stack up with any other run.
Okay, I'm looking at the numbers, y'all. I'm just looking at the numbers. Okay.
By any other player. I will put an A+ Larry Bird season up against anyone's. What does an A+ Larry Bird season look like? A full box score, a blowout win, a nearly undefeated record at home, and a play style that could only be
he knew you were exactly
way.
right there.
White.
The passing.
Larry Bird isn't just a white basketball player, he's the white basketball player.
He is, I ain't gonna care. You think of a white man hooping NBA, you gonna think Larry Bird, man. So he really, you know what I'm saying, representing for the whites in the NBA, you know what I'm saying?
Come through the hoops dictionary and pick out every cliche about white players. Unathletic, great shooter, good fundamentals, the whole thing.
He like a Luka. He like a modern Luka.
Is Larry Bird, with one exception.
Luka can dunk, but he's not the most athletic.
Of the game of basketball,
he got a shot on him.
As a physical contest and as a mental competition. His basketball IQ infected everything he did and catapulted his career into legend.
Yeah.
Bird was a complete player. Jerry West called him nearly as perfect as you can get. He was the league's first great marksman. He could contort his body to shoot from anywhere on the court, regardless of the level of defense. He pioneered the art of the dagger 3 and was the founding member of the 50-40-90 club. At 6'9", Bird's understanding of angles and coordination.
He was the first of the 50-40.
He pioneered the art of the dagger 3 and was the founding member of the 50-40-90 club. At 6'9", Bird's understanding of angles and coordination led to a higher rebounding average than Patrick Ewing, and it made him an impressively adept finisher in his younger years. 86, Bird dropped 47 points on the Blazers, playing the majority of the game left-handed.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, bro. He was playing with his left hand the whole game.
47 points on the Blazers, playing the majority of the game
47 points with his left fucking hand, bro. That's crazy.
His lack of quick lateral movement meant that Bird didn't do much when it came to slapping the floor and picking up the opposing point guard, but his size and omniscience gave him the ability to body similarly sized players, read defenses like a free safety, and pick off passing lanes with ease. His passing was transcendent, and I'll highlight it later. And of course you need to know that Larry Bird was a tough MFer.
And a lot of people always talk about Magic pass.
Go for loose balls like a beagle at the park. He was a willing participant in his share of fights, often precipitated by his league-renowned trash talk.
Bird told Robert Reed he should have stayed in preaching. That was funny. He had 50 points. I was guarding in my rookie year. He looked at me and he goes, "You can't stop me." And I looked at him and I said, "Gosh, boy, you're so confident." He proceeded to score like 10 straight points on me. Coach took me out the game. He walks by and he's laughing at me.
He was basketball famous.
Man, Bird, man, you talk shit.
Fought ahead. Play the game like a chess game.
I'd much rather guard Michael Jordan than Larry Bird because you have to play the game as a thinker when you're playing him. You have to.
I'm pretty sure you would rather guard Larry than Mike. You won't even be in front of Mike that long to even try to guard. Stop it. Stop it, James.
Get inside his mind.
If you put all of us in a room, you know, Magic, Jordan, myself, and Bird probably be the guy who walks out of the room at the end of the day.
Now, let me make this. Because Isaiah Thomas always answers outrageous shit.
Bird probably be the guy who walks.
For somebody to call somebody Jesus disguised as somebody else, who you think walking out that room? If Larry Bird saying Michael Jordan looked like Jesus disguised as a black man, who you think walking out that room? Isaiah Thomas just be talking, bro.
Walks out of the room at the end of the day.
Did you notice something during those testimonies? Those are some of the best basketball players of all time. And they all sing Bird's praises like they were former assassins who had to go toe-to-toe with John Wick. And they're just happy to be alive. Bird excelled during one of the most talent-rich periods in league history. The abridged list of his basketball
and people are saying
like
Michael Jordan didn't play nobody, bro.
Periods in league history.
Like, I got a lot to say.
Of his basketball
and folks saying Michael Jordan has competition, bro. Look at all these folk, bro. I can't pause in time, but look at all them people, bro. And they say Michael Jordan didn't play nobody. What? The East was the hardest, what it called? Conference. The East was the hardest when Michael Jordan was playing, bro. So you cannot say Michael Jordan didn't play nobody. He was just better than everybody. And didn't have a team that grew from the ground up. Okay, they got Dennis Rodman. Okay, who else they had picked up? I think just Dennis Rodman. Everybody else was drafted, I think. You know what I'm saying? So what you mean, bro?
Dr. J and Moses Malone.
This is a Larry Bird video. We gonna stick to Larry Bird.
76ers. Sidney Moncrief on the Milwaukee Bucks.
I heard
Isaiah Thomas, Bill Laimbeer and the Bad Boy Pistons. Dominique Wilkins on the Atlanta Hawks. Bernard King on the New York Knicks.
I remember Bernard King.
Michael Jordan on the Chicago Bulls. Hakeem Olajuwon and Ralph Sampson on the Houston Rockets. And of course, Magic Johnson, James Worthy, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I thought James Worthy because he North Carolina.
There's no point avoiding it any longer. We have to look at Magic versus Larry. If you have Magic over Larry, it's because he has 5 rings to Larry.
I don't even know because I never really compared the two, but me watching all of these Larry Bird videos, bro, I might put Larry on above Magic, bro. I don't know. Let's see, can he make the case?
About 2 or 3 years longer than Larry's, and had a 2-1 record against Bird's Celtics in the finals. Perfectly legitimate, completely respectable arguments. But in the interest of making Bird's case, allow me to retort. For nearly the entire decade of the 1980s, the Eastern Conference was irrefutably the more competitive conference between the two. Considering the competition, for Bird to have made 5 finals appearances is just as impressive as Magic's 9. As for the head-to-head record responsible for Magic's 2 extra titles, he had more help. Seriously, the Celtics' Big Three and the Lakers' Big Three get compared all the time historically as if they were of equal caliber, but weren't Magic's accomplices just a step above Bird's? No disrespect at all to Kevin McHale and Robert Parrish, but Kareem was the alpha dog on the 71 Bucks and was the best player for at least 2 of the Lakers' 5 titles.
True.
James Worthy was the #1 pick out of UNC after winning a championship as the best player on a team that had Michael Jordan on it. Throw in the fact that Magic got to be coached by Pat Riley, one of the most brilliant minds in basketball history, and you could say that the Magic Bird argument comes down to one thing: luck. So if their careers come down to luck, the question just becomes...
And people would... I remember a video, I was like, Magic paid for the bullets. A lot of people were telling me this is an all-star game. I didn't know. I thought that he paid for the bullets. I mean, I knew he didn't play for the bullets. I was just joking around, but I didn't know there was an all-star
you would rather take. Now, I'm not making this video to tell you why you shouldn't take Magic. I'm making this video to tell you why you should take Bird. Not just over Magic, but over everybody. One thing that helps him is the fact that his play would translate perfectly into the league today. A 6'9" sharpshooting forward with eyes in the back of his head who averaged double-digit rebounds in an era against Moses and Lambeer. He'd gobble up boards as a power forward. He'd be an offensive mismatch against everybody as a small ball center, and his off-ball skills and passing would pair perfectly with the flow of today's game. Add in his competitive mania and 3 generations worth of medical advancements, and we're talking about a player who could have stuck around so long they would have had to rename the league. As you've been watching these clips of Bird, I would hope that you would notice him.
Oh my God.
He always knows where everybody is. Watching Bird play basketball is like watching those monsters from A Quiet Place that know where you are if you make any noise at all. Bird had a level of clairvoyance that bordered on the unnatural. In '85, he ended up 1 steal away from a quadruple-double after playing just the first 3 quarters. His passing was famously infectious.
Oh my God!
Transformed the Celtics of the '80s into an ideal that basketball teams at all levels are still shown tape of. They moved the ball with precision and intent, always looking for better shots and determined to get the entire team involved in the effort. That fact is almost entirely attributable to Bird and his wizardry with the ball. This acumen also helped Bird become the only player with a GOAT claim to transition successfully into other basketball roles after his playing career. In his 3 years as the head coach of the Pacers, Bird won a Coach of the Year award, coached the Pacers to their first and only finals appearance, and gave Michael Jordan as much trouble as he'd ever gotten in his career in the '98 Eastern Conference Finals. After moving into a front office role for Indiana, he won Executive of the Year in 2012, becoming the only person to have an MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year award. On the court or off of it, inside and out, Larry Bird sees basketball as only he can. That intelligence also lent itself to Bird's defining skill, making the big plays. Remember, NBA players get paid to win games. James Harden is getting paid nearly $40 million this year because he's supposed to help the Rockets win games. Victory can be achieved in a lot of ways, and the win column doesn't care how it happens. As Mark Sinclair once said,
"It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning."
But when your team is down 1 in a crucial playoff game with 8 seconds left, and you need to hit a shot to stay in the series and keep your season alive, that's where players really separate themselves and earn their money. Love it or hate it, it's the players that come through in the big moments that live forever in our memories. Some players, for whatever reason, were never able to do it consistently.
Damn, Patrick.
Some players were truly outstanding at it. Larry Bird was the best at it.
Okay, talk to me. Let me know. And when people talk about clutch players, we don't hear Larry Bird. We don't hear Larry Bird.
I'm not going to give you the stats about his field goal shooting under 2 minutes with a score that's this close, or tell you who has the most buzzer beaters or any of that.
I be getting tired.
I'm just going to show you clutch moments in clutch situations. 1985 against the Blazers. Bird drops 48 points, including this. Down 1 with 2 seconds left.
Inbound pass, the double team and Bird. Larry, fake, fall away.
1985 against the Hawks. Bird sets the Celtics scoring record with 60 points with shots like these.
They open the right side. Bird the fall away. He drills it again. That's the best shooting I've ever seen.
1986 against the Rockets. Not all of Bird's clutch moments were singular. The bigger the moment, the bigger his performance. In Game 6 of the 1986 NBA Finals, Bird clinches the championship with a triple-double in what he calls the best game he ever played.
There's some 2K shit.
1987 against the Washington Bullets. Bird hits one shot to tie it before it's waved off because of a timeout. Hits another shot to tie it up for real.
Crowd is standing up. It goes down to Bird. Bird goes up top.
And then in double overtime, down 1, he does this.
The same fucking spot, one leg. Bro, what the fuck? How come I ain't never been put on Larry Bird like that, bro?
For 3 years.
That's why I said I appreciate everybody who be telling me to watch Larry Bird videos. because I never really like sat down and be like, let me watch some Larry Bird highlight. You feel what I'm saying?
To 1988, the three-point contest knew no other champion but Larry Bird.
I remember that he said, I just want to see who finished second.
14. This is a tie for the money.
1987 Eastern Conference Finals, Game 5. Tied at 2 games apiece against the Bad Boy Pistons, this enormous game would put the winner 1 game away from the NBA Finals. The Pistons are up 1 with seconds remaining. The ball goes out of bounds off the Celtics. Isaiah Thomas just needs to inbound the ball to win the game.
But hey, bro, in the locker room, Isaiah, you can whoop. I'm sorry. If I'm somebody on the team on the Pistons, Larry Bird, I mean not Larry Bird, I didn't tell you getting
without this
cussed out.
ending up as a documentary. But that all leads me to this, what I really want to talk about. 1987 NBA Finals, Game 4 against the Lakers. LA is up 2-1, and the Celtics need to win to tie the series and stay alive. Bird hits a 3 with 12 seconds left to go up by 2.
Bird goes for 3.
Green comes down and gets fouled with 8 seconds left. He makes the first,
Missed the second.
but misses the second.
Knew it.
LA ends up with the ball with 7 seconds left, down 1 point.
In the low post, being guarded by Dennis Johnson. Byron Scott is in the ball game now.
Magic in the guard.
Magic hits this, the baby skyhook.
Magic with a hook shot. Scores with 2.
2 seconds left, down 1.
Dennis Johnson on the inbound. Bird fires it.
What do you think happened?
Did he hit that bit? Oh,
wasn't that.
man.
When I paused the tape and the ball was hanging in the air, you thought it was going in.
Oh, God.
Bird thought it was going in.
I had the perfect rotation. I was sure I had it.
Magic thought
Oh, God, they're saying he's going to do it to us again.
it was going in.
Damn.
I've seen this game before, and I still think it's going to go in. But it didn't. Pat Riley said it himself. We got lucky. And that, a missed shot in the NBA Finals, is why he's the clutchest. Because after he makes the big plays, has the big games, hits the big shots, time and time again, you expect him to hit every shot, to win every game.
That's
And
true,
in
though.
those fleeting moments when he doesn't, when he looks like a mere human,
damn.
when he looks like everyone
A
else
lot of
who
people been sending me the link to this game. I'm gonna watch this game. A lot of people been sending me the link to it, so we gonna check this game out.
tries to do what he does, you just can't believe it. That's what Larry Bird did. He made the big plays so often, you thought he was going to make them every time. He helped turn basketball into a global phenomenon, paving the way for every Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, or LeBron James who comes through our lives.
Damn, a lot of
He
people don't
played
give Larry
basketball
his
in its
credit.
purest form and captained a team that is consistently ranked among the greatest of all time.
Shit, you
He
can't
has
do
the
that now,
second
man.
highest win percentage in the history of the NBA.
Bro, you can't do this shit now.
Behind
Everybody got cold. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna-
Magic by less than 1/2
I ain't
of
gonna say
1%, about 10 games. He was the complete package, a player with no holes in his game whatsoever. They called him Basketball Jesus. He didn't get that name without doing something extraordinary. He saved basketball. And he did it by
Respect
playing
to
it better
Larry
than
for saving
anyone else.
basketball, cause I don't know what I'll be doing without it.
Here's Magic at Bird's retirement.
I
in
wouldn't even be reacting to this for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Larry didn't come to the league, so Larry Magic, we appreciate you. We appreciate all you did for the league.
1993.
You know what I'm saying?
Larry Bird said that there would be another Larry Bird one day. And Larry, there will never, ever, ever be another Larry Bird. To the greatest basketball player ever, but more important, a friend forever.
Damn.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching.
Hey man, that changed my mind about Larry Legend. You know what I'm saying? Now I see why the name Larry Legend. So listen, I appreciate y'all for recommending this video because it opened my eyes to Larry Bird game and what he brought to the NBA. So I appreciate y'all for that. But man, if y'all enjoyed the video, just like I did, man, hit the like, subscribe to the channel, man. Comment other players you want me to react to, or comment what you think about this video, man. I love y'all. Make sure y'all stay up, stay safe, stay blessed, stay positive, man. I'm gonna preach that every video. Make sure y'all stay blessed, stay positive, man. Stay safe. There's a lot going on out here. I love y'all, man. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.